Hello, this is Dawn from Create to 8 and Create with Confidence. And today I'm going to do a mass make March bid project with Scrapbooking and me, the design team. We're all doing this in March. And if you want to follow along, the hashtag is hashtag SWME Mask Make March 26. And we're using the Timeless in Teal kit. It is a huge kit. There are 102 total pages to it. I've used several of mine, but here are some of the printouts that you can see already. This is what we're going to use today. This and some of the pages that I tore out of the book that I am repurposing. And just to give you a little brief flip through of this book that I've started. Here's a pocket. Here's a pocket with the Timeless in Teal. And let's see. Here's a pocket right here. That was kind of tight. That's just a flip. This is a pocket, and this is a pocket. Writing space, flip. Again, I've got a double pocket here. Okay. I haven't covered these yet, but these are two pockets. One right there and one right here. I guess this page is what I'm going to use right here. That's all I've done so far. But you can see I am coming along with it. And I had torn out a whole bunch of pages. So we're going to use those. And we're going to need some glue and some scissors. So I did one page where I printed it out, two-sided on cardstock. Just to show you what you can do with that. And I went ahead and created some examples for you of what we're going to do. And these are similar to my pockets that I did before on another video. The only difference is that these clip, and they're just a little bit different. You can insert right there, 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 there. And there when it's clipped. But you clip it onto the side of the pocket, side of the page instead. This was made with a book page, actually two book pages glued together. This one was made with one of the pages and a book page glued together. So there, 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 there. Oops, I accidentally glued that on there. Okay, and then when it's clipped together, if you wanted to, after you clipped it on, you could put something in there also. Okay, and this is the same thing made with the book page and one of the Timeless in Teal pages. So this is what we're going to do today. And I hope you're going to enjoy it. So I'll put those aside, and I already have some pages that have backgrounds on them, or two pages glued together. So I'm going to take one page here. Where's that pink page? And show you how yeah, that's what I want. Show you how I glue these so that they can be used. Let me grab a background page also. So if you have like two pages like this, where they're not going to cover the entire page, you can use one of the pages and make a smaller pocket, or you can do both of them. I'm going to do both of them here. Just take your glue stick, okay, and glue all the way out. Make sure you get the edges. And I'm going to put this on here so that the straight corners go inside and the rough edge is slightly outside. Let me redo that and put it on there so that it's a little bit straighter. Okay, I think that's a little bit straighter. And let me glue this side now. And I'm going to glue a little bit onto the page that I just put on. And I'm going to take this page and I'm just going to slightly overlap it. That's just so there's not a crease or separation between those two pages. And set that aside. If you have a larger page, book page, for example, something like this, this will cover the whole page. So this time, I'm just going to cover this whole page in glue stick. Unglue. Making sure I get those edges there pretty good. And I'm just going to take this and place it on down there. And make sure it's on there pretty good. And I can already see that I didn't get there quite even, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. And there we go. And then what we do is we just trim off the edges here. So try to get that in straight. Or as straight as possible. I hate it when they flip up like that. I don't want to behave. Okay, so that one's done. Set that aside. This one's done. Set that aside. Put the top on this before I lose it. can see right there I didn't get it glued good. Right here. I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, we got that. So I'll get these out of the way, get this out of the way. These, I got this one that I printed on double pages. And I have a cat in my seat. And got that. Okay. Let's see if I can get it moved a little bit. Just a little bit. So we'll start. Yeah, we'll start with this one. Okay. So if you fold it with the newspaper like this, then this is what you're going to get. So you're not going to see much of the pattern paper if you fold it like this and cover the paper. If you fold it where whatever you want is in the back, it's like that, and you fold it like this where you've got mostly pattern paper on the front, obviously, this is what you're going to see. So you want to make sure that first of all your paper is rectangular, and then just fold it so that you've got two peaks. And smooth it down. And then flip it over. And I'm just going to fold it. And I really don't measure, sorry guys. I just kind of eyeball. And then I fold over again. So let's see how big this is. This is about 3.5 inches wide. Okay, so those of you that like to measure, that's how this is. Okay, and I just make sure that those are touching. And then we come in here, and we've got this little flip piece of here. We need to trim that. So we're just going to trim it off like that. And then we've got this piece here that goes like that. We need to trim that off. So we're just going to trim that like that. If you want these peaks, you can keep those. I've trimmed them off. So in order to trim them off evenly, I'm going to use my cutter, because I can't trim them off evenly. So I just tried to make sure I was like that. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside. And we're going to do another one. Okay. So this time we'll do this one where I printed on both sides. this is my pretty side. It's the side that I want to show mostly. So I'm going to fold looking at this side. And I'm going to fold it up so the two peaks are right there. Get a good crease in there. Flip it over. And fold it in. Make sure this is lined up good. I'm not going to worry about this white here. If it bothers you, you can trim it off. And then I'm going to fold it back onto itself. And this one is about 3.5, 2. Also, I should say, not 2. Okay. So, I bent this so I can cut this off. Like that. This is bent, but it's bent kind of crooked, so what I'm going to do is just kind of try to get it a little more even. Cut that off. And then come in here, and the way I'm figuring out is I'm going to the lowest point here. And that's where I'm going to trim it. Okay, so I've got that. So now before we do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and distress it or ink it or whatever you want to call it. So now we know where all the folds are and what's showing and what's not showing. I'm just come in here and give it a good ink. Okay, this is going to show. What else? This is showing. That's showing. That bottom's showing. If you want to do the inside edges, you can. I don't do the inside edges. I do the outside edges. Okay. And we've got that inked up. Okay. And we can do the same thing with this one. And again, if this bothers you, just go ahead. You can trim it off now, or we can cover it up, or we can ink it up, you know? You still need to trim a little bit off here. You can see a little curve. So I'm just going to trim it off so that it pulls nice and easy. There we go. And I'll just start inking up right there. See, I don't spend a whole lot of time on this. I just get her done. Inked, inked, inked. Let's ink this. Let's ink this. Let's ink that. And let's ink that. Okay. So we've got everything inked now. Just going to do that. And let's go ahead and let's close this. So I'm just going to come right here, glue that, and glue that bottom there. Got it. Okay, set that aside. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to do it right here. Now, mass make is not really mass making if you're just doing two things, but I'll do one more. I just didn't want to do, didn't want to take up a whole lot of your time because I am notorious for making long videos. And I'm really trying to work on that. So let me get that. And that. Okay. And now what we need to do is decorate it. So we can add lace. We can add trim. We can add labels. So I've got some lace here, which should be pretty. Let me get my scissors for my lace and fabric. So let's see, I want to do that here. Just cut that right there. And on the inside, I'm going to cut it right there. And I need to cut this kind of like that. Did I give enough angle? Not quite. So we'll angle it a little more. Okay. Let's do this one first. I'm just going to take my glue here. Just swirl it around a little bit. Boy, that worked out perfectly. I don't know how I managed that one. Okay. Trim that off. Let's trim that off. And then this one we've got set up right there. Just get that edge there. looky there. It just covers up that spot that we didn't like. Imagine that. Worked out perfectly. Okay. Now for this, maybe some green. No. Maybe just pink. I don't want to put cream there because I used white up there, so I don't want to use cream. But I want to use something, so let me just put that pink on there. You don't have to put anything on there, or you could put washi tape on there. Or you could cut up part of your book page and put a book page on there. Okay, I'm going to trim this off here. Easier said than done. Pin that backwards a little bit. Trim that off there. Okay. Put that aside to dry a little bit. This one I'm going to use that green since we've got so much green in here. So maybe put a little bit here. I want just a little bit of that edge showing. Cut that off. Cut that off. Cut that off. Come in here. I need to angle it. It is already angled, okay. Just trim it off right there. So I'm not working with a whole bunch. Trim that. And yeah, maybe just put a pink one right there. Again, don't have to put anything there. I'm just into ribbons right now. Since I bothered to get them all out from wherever they were hiding, I'm going to use them. I got ribbons everywhere since my shop is still everywhere. I'm in the basement, in the bathroom up here, behind me up here. I'm in the guest bedroom. Got them down in my husband's shop. Okay, so like that. So again, I'll be happy once I have everything back in order. Let me just put that right there. Okay, so now what I need to do is just decorate these. So I'm going to get some labels and a drink. These labels are from Stacy Fox. She's got a lot of cute little labels, so I want to get some. Ooh, I like that color. got here? Those, look at that pink. I like it, I like it. There we go. What have we got here? A little number. I've got a number right there. I don't want to use another number. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, there's pretty green. That's red. Blue. What are you? I think I'll use that one right there. And oh, you see what this is. This has got a little number 5. Kind of like that. With a little bird or something on it. Okay, so we'll use that in the center there. And just go around the edges with what I've got on this. Now these pockets are not my ideas. If you go online, you'll see a lot of people doing them. And I had seen somebody else do this clipping idea recently, and I thought, that's perfect. I did not put down who she was. And I do apologize that I did not put down who she was. I need to start keeping up with this and making sure I do make notes when I find something that I like and who did it. I think maybe keep a book of journal ideas and write down where they came from would be a really good idea. Okay, let's get that done there. Yep, starting to rain here. Good thing we didn't try to put in a window in the shop. Be fighting the rain. Let me throw that right there. And just move that one down there. Okay. So there we go. Trying to trim this down there. Okay, so we've got that, like that. Now, we can either do something on the front, leave it be, add a flower, beautiful flower would be good there if I had cut out one of these flowers, but I don't have one cut out. So let's see what else we got. I got some labels thrown out here. Ooh, you know what? I'm sitting here looking at this pocket here. If you wanted to, you could add another pocket right there. Let me just save that for the next one. Okay, because I don't want to cover that one up. Let's see what else I got. Those, maybe those, maybe. I think this is the one that I had inside. About those. Ooh, butterfly. And a butterfly. Just a butterfly sticker. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. One of these days I'm going to surprise you guys. I'm going to be crafting on a neat area. Won't be cluttered. Won't have stuff all falling down. Won't have a cat attacking me in the middle of a video. You'll be surprised. Just put that one just a little off center there. That one like that. And try to get this. Oh, that one was pretty easy. Label to come off. Okay, and there he is. Just wrap him around. Okay. So now when we go to put him in the book, just find a page. Just clip them on. And you can add all your things in there. Cool. So that's one. Okay, and let's go move on to the next one now. Pin him back. This was the next one we did. And here's that little piece, and I think I'm going to add that little tuck spot right there that we just discovered that we could do with one of these offcuts. So I'm just going to add some glue there. Put this here, like so. little bit of ribbon. And then I have another little butterfly here. That's real light. It has flower stickers here. Let's see what I got. What's this? What's this? Oops. I don't And then our little found butterfly. And right there. Okay, so we've got, on this guy, we've got our new tuck spot right there. Got that, 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 and that. And I think he's cute. Ooh, oh, that's hideous. Okay, let's put that on there. Okay, so that's a few, or a couple anyway, pockets. And once you get started with these, you can make a whole bunch of them, especially if you have book pages. Oops, I didn't show you one. Did I show you one with just the book page? Especially with book pages. You do the same thing, you just do 2 book pages together. I couldn't remember if I showed you a book page or not. So anyway, here's one with just 2 book pages put together. You can mass make these quickly. Don't sponge them, just and don't glue them. Just have them so that they're folded someplace ready to go. And then before you need them, you can go ahead and sponge them, glue it right there, and they're ready to go. So that's what I meant to say. And you just have a whole stack of them. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll be back for my next video on mass make. That's going to be later on this month. I will talk to you later. Again, the kit is Timeless in Teal. Is available in Scrapbooking with me. If you go there and want to purchase it, give the discount code DAWN20, DAWN20, and you will get 20% off on it. Have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.